Hi everyone. We're going to have a bit of a look at what to do with your field report over the next couple of weeks. If you go to our Nest page, open the Student at Home plan, you'll find an outline for the next 5 weeks. Now the good news on that is that you have an extension on your assignment until Monday of week 5, which is May 18. The draft is now due Thursday, May 7th, which is about when your assignment was originally due. You get your drafts back in week 4 and have all of week 4, except for the Friday, which is a public holiday, to consult with me and finalize your draft. So, what are we going to be working on in the meantime? Week 1, when we come back, we have a video conference. I'm not sure what day that is. I'm waiting on the schedule to come out. But your aim by the end of this week is to complete all your data transformation that is essential for your analysis. And you should have started making notes about your data analysis. In week 2, you're writing up your data analysis, including the supporting maps, images, and graphs. Also, you can book in times to conference one-to-one with me during our scheduled lessons or during my normal lunch break availability times. Okay, next step after you've done the analysis is developing your proposal or proposals in response to the analysis. We will come back to that later. 1 whole week for drafting and finalizing and making it pretty, and final assignment is due Monday, May 18th on Nest by 9 p.m. and that's when we'll start Unit 4.1. More good news, you don't have to do IA3, the Data Investigation Report. However, we still have to learn all the equations and when to apply them for demographic analysis because that will be on the external exam. So let's look at what we're doing. We're looking at your field investigation report and what you need to do here. Okay, we've done the initial field investigation and got your information. We've describing the features, elements, and interactions that have led to habitat fragmentation on the campus. That's going to be in the introductory section of your report and also in more detail in the introduction to your analysis. We did make some notes on what you need to consider with this. So make sure that we know what the vegetation type is, what has led to habitat fragmentation, and you will get some of that from the information we gathered in the field, and what is happening with koala habitat management. Remember, our main focus is habitat fragmentation. Koala habitat management comes under that. Next bit, you have to transform the data and information. So you're creating graphs and maps. Now that is what you're actually interpreting. You're analyzing and interpreting the graphs and maps and not the raw data. That analysis, looking at all the different bits separately and then see how they go together, is showing you the patterns, trends, and relationships. So what is happening on the ground about the nature, so what is actually habitat fragmentation, what's happening, the extent, where and how much, and the impact of habitat fragmentation on the campus. So what impact has that had on the vegetation cover, the type of vegetation, weed invasion, erosion, all of those things we identified. So to do that, you need to go back and look at your transformed data. Now we made these notes based on the raw data. Your transformation should show this in more detail. Make sure that you're not just looking at these individually. okay, your transects, your field sketch and photos, you are looking at those across the campus. So what's the pattern that we're seeing across the campus based on all of the data we gathered, plus your data transformation, such as the précis maps and annotated photos and other annotated maps. Okay, one idea, put this all out once you've done all your data transformation, put it all out on the kitchen table or the lounge room floor and see where the patterns and trends and relationships are. Okay, when you've done that, we've got our last little bit to do with analysis, and that's when we're going to stop at the end of week 2. You're extrapolating from your analysis, so predicting, looking towards the future, generalizing what these impacts will do or what the impacts will be for people and places. So remember, it's both people and the environment. The impact doesn't have to be all negative. There could be positive impacts for people and the environment. But think about what's happening with habitat fragmentation and the koala habitat management if things continue as they are in the future. All right, that's where we're going to leave it, and I will talk to you during week 1 during our video conference or perhaps one-to-one.